Hello, this is Peter with another video. Today I thought I'd do an update on my Inground Clementine tree. The variety is Oro Grande. So yeah, if you've been following along with this tree, you'll know I planted it last year. I can't remember the exact date now. I think it was in summer. I'll put a link to that video when I first showed it. But yeah, I've overwintered it in the ground, and I used some incandescent Christmas lights, and then I used these bamboo canes to put a fleece jacket over the top whenever we had any cold weather predicted. Now I did remove the incandescent lights, as you can see, a couple of days ago at the weekend, because I didn't see any reason to leave them up anymore, and that's because we've not had any threatening temperatures for a few weeks now. So I've not even covered it at all. It's been unprotected for the last couple of weeks, and even before that we only had 1 or 2 nights over the last month or two where I even bothered to throw the fleece over the top, let alone turn the lights on. So I've actually decided to put them away for now, and yeah, it does seem to have pulled through the winter really well. I'll show a close-up of it in a moment, but I did also do some feeding the other day as well. So I put some slow release fertiliser down, some bloodfish and bone, chicken manure, and then I put a load of fresh compost around the base. I didn't put it right up to the stem there, just left a little gap around the edge where the compost goes up to. And those of you that have been following will also know I had a little lychee seedling at the side here. As you can see, that's completely dead. Well, I mean, as far as I can tell, the top of the stem here is dead, and it's probably going to completely die back. I'm guessing it's a combination of the cold and wet. Don't think it's particularly the minimum temperatures, because it was covered and I had the lights on and it did keep it warm under here. But yeah, I think a combination of the wet winter and cold, generally cold temperatures has done it in. It's only a tiny seedling anyway, so it didn't have many roots, so I didn't really expect that to work out, to be honest. So there's no great loss, to be honest with you. Now I did leave these bamboo canes here just in case we do get a late frost. I can just throw that plant jacket over the top of these, because I don't want the actual plant jacket to touch the top of these leaves, because that's where you can end up with damage. Now if you look closely, the leaves look a little bit nutrient deficient. Well, I don't think that's necessarily because it needs feeding, and I have fed it anyway. I think it's mostly because when it's cool in winter and the soil temperature is low, the roots are not able to uptake nutrients very efficiently, so they do get a bit of nutrient deficiency. But I think that will probably correct itself over the next couple of months as the temperatures warm up. Also, with the extra fertiliser I've given it, should help break down and uptake that as well. You can see there's a couple of leaves here which have a little bit of damage on. That's nothing to be worried about. It's not cold damage. It's actually because the incandescent bulb burnt a few of these leaves when it slipped down and touched some of them for a few nights. So yeah, I'm not worried about that at all. Also have some kind of pest damage here, possibly slugs or snails. I did see snails on this before, a little tiny one, which has been dealt with. Now, at the moment there's not a whole lot of growth going on, but I can see a little bit of new growth here and there, and there is even a flower bud on this branch here. And I'm guessing over the next few weeks, if it starts to push out new growth, it'll probably also try and push out more flowers as well. See down here, there's a little bit of new growth trying to come out the base down here, and this is above the graft union. The graft is here, so it is all part of the Clementine. I'm not going to remove any growth if it's above the graft, because I want this to be more of a bush. I'm not bothered about it being a tree. Ideally I want as much growth as possible from this Clementine to help protect it in future winters, you know, to give that rootstock graft union as much protection from branches and leaves, because eventually I don't want to have to keep covering it as often. But yeah, definitely in the first few winters I'm going to have to keep adding some frost protection. But yeah, overall it does seem to be doing quite well. It's made it through the winters, and at the moment we're not seeing any severely cold temperatures in the next 10 days or so. If we do get a light frost, like I said, I'll just throw the plant jacket over the top. That should be sufficient. If we do see any seriously cold temperatures below -2, I might have to put the lights back on again, but it's very unlikely we'll get temperatures that cold at this time of year. And I do find, at least in the northwest, we're quite lucky actually, because we do get a lot of cloud cover, so it does mean we do avoid some of these late frosts sometimes, whereas some of the sunnier parts of the country do actually occasionally get a frost where we wouldn't get a frost. But it's not always the case, it does vary year to year. So yeah, at the moment it's looking quite good, and I'll definitely keep everyone updated on the progress of this as it pushes out new growth and any flowers. I do see one dead branch here which has just come off. It's probably just been damaged, to be honest. Might have been bent or damaged by the wind or something. But yeah, other than that, it's looking really good. So I'm very happy with the results of this. I am planning to plant another citrus tree sometime this year. I've not decided what variety, although it's quite likely I'll go with one of my navel oranges. I've got quite a few lane late orange trees. I don't really need as many as I've got in containers, so I'll probably put one in the ground, and I might even graft a couple of different varieties onto that as well. But yeah, overall I'm very happy with the results of this experiment. Of course, we did have a relatively mild winter this year overall, with a couple of quite cold spells, but not quite as bad as what we got last winter. But yeah, I think with the protection, it definitely gives it enough protection from the frost. So yeah, thank you all for watching. Don't forget to like and subscribe and hit the notification bell, and I'll be sure to keep you updated with how this Clementine gets on over the next few months. So thank you all for watching, and I'll see you next time.